immigration officials if she brought them to court. Well, now Alvarez has decided to sue the station and the Spanish broadcasting system for breach of contract and distress. Joining us now is Maribel Alvarez's attorney. Federico Rodriguez is with us. Welcome aboard, counselor. Thanks for being with us. Your client says, I was sad, I cried, it's unjust. What the core of this case comes down, in my mind, to this very basic tenet. Was your client in this country illegally for the last 15 years?
Well, we are neither going to admit or deny her status at this point. Certainly that has been the allegation made by LA and its corporate company, the owners.
Mr. Rodriguez, hang on a second. This goes fundamentally to the heart and soul of this. Now, one of the criteria to win this car, you had to be there. Is that correct? That's part of the...
You have to be present. That's correct. You have to be present doing the drawing, which was done in a live setting festival.
But to be present, you have to be in the country legally, or else you wouldn't be eligible because you weren't allowed to be there otherwise. So the station is saying, no, you've got to abide by the rule of law. This is how the contest was set up. So if in fact your client is here illegally, I think the radio station made the right decision. If you're saying she's a legal resident, then you may have a very different case. Is she legal or is she illegal?
I understand your logic. I mean, you know, if how did you get here? But the basis for the contest, for the suit that we have, is a breach of contract between private parties.
Mr. Rodriguez, I don't have a lot of time. We got to get to the heart of this here. It was your client and is your client in this country illegally?
She has been living in the United States since she was 7 years old.
Is she here illegally? I didn't ask you how long.
Mr. Rodriguez, it seems to me the heart of the case is, this is Alan Combs, the radio station had an obligation to have a disclaimer and say only U.S. citizens apply or you must be a legal resident. Did the radio station make those disclaimers?
Those disclaimers were not made at the time of the contest.
So, go ahead.
Please go ahead. No, please go ahead.
I would think that would be the heart of the case. The radio station, it must be incumbent upon them to clarify who is eligible and who is not eligible.
Well, that's correct. I mean, there should be rules there were rules that were set, and our client Maribel did comply with every single requirement as was expected at the time of the contest.